Hello students, once again welcome to Bholanath Academy. Students, today we are going to see the second chapter, that is Introduction to Analytical Chemistry. So first students, in our mind question is arising, what is analytical chemistry? Analytical chemistry facilitates investigation of chemicals or physical composition of a substance. So this will be the definition of analytical chemistry. Analytical means what? We will investigate the chemical, how many chemicals are present, physical composition of the substances, what is the amount of that element present in the substance, we are going to determine in this chapter, that is called as analytical chemistry. So students, analytical chemistry facilitates the investigation of chemicals, or we can say physical composition of substance. Physical composition of substance. Now students, after that students, we are going to see it is also used to determine the composition of soils and fertilizer in medicine, in forensic science, engineering and industry. So here students, analytical chemistry is used. It is of two types. Analytical chemistry has a qualitative and quantitative. Two way we are going to analyze the substances, qualitative and quantitative. That is amount, and here we are seeing the whether it is acid base, that is qualitative. Now to avoid the writing of some many zeros in mathematical operations, scientific notation, that is exponential notations, are used. Here students, n is the number which is coming, which is 1 to 10, and small n, here this is the small n is the exponential, small n, where small n is the exponential, whether it is positive or negative. So this is the way we are writing the numbers in short way. Now students, suppose students, these are multiplication is given to you. How you are going to multiply this number, students? So first students, first we will multiply this number first. You have multiply 9.8 into 10 raised to minus 2 into 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 6. Correct students? So first what we will do is students, we will multiply this number first. 9.8 into 2.5, we will multiply first because multiplication symbol is there. After that students, we will multiply the 10 raised to minus 2 into 10 raised to minus 6. Okay students, now when you multiply students 9.8 into 2.5 without decimal, so it will come 2450. Now here before one digit one decimal is there, before one digit there is a decimal. So here we will say before two digit we are going to put the decimal. Now when you multiply these students, 10 is to minus 2 and 10 is to minus 6, it will be, index will be added, 10 is to minus 2 into 10 is to minus 6. So our answer will come 24.50 into 10 is to minus 8. But students, when we are writing in scientific manner, so we put the decimal here, so 2.45, and here we have to multiply with 10. If you want to shift this decimal, you have to multiply this number by 10. So this side also you have to multiply, so it will become 10 is to minus 7. Okay students, this is the way we are multiplying the numbers. Now students, second students, if you want to multiply this number, what happens? Again students, we will first multiply the decimal number first, 5.6 and 6.9. Again then we multiply 10 is to 5 and 10 is to 8. When you multiply 5.6 and 6.9 students, it will come before students, because decimal is before one digit, here will become before two digit decimal. Now what happens students, the index will be added, 10 is to 5 plus 8. 5 plus 8 students, how much? It will become 10 is to 13. Now students, we are writing always before one digit, so 3.864. Here again you have to multiply with 10, 10 is to 14. So this is the answer we are getting. Now students, again we are going to see the subtraction. Suppose you are subtracting this number from this, so you have to write this first. Okay students, first we will write this So this is the way we are going to write. First we will write 3.5 into 10 raised to minus 2. Now we are subtracting this 5.8 into 10 raised to minus 3. Correct? After that, students, what happens? We will subtract the number first. 3.5 minus 5.8 into 10 raised to minus 2. If you will take the common, what happens to this decimal will come here. It will become 0.58. Now when you subtract the students, what happens? It will be 2.9892 into 10 raised to minus 2. This is the answer we are getting. Okay students, we have to first equalize this 10 power. Okay students, after that we are going to see the addition also. If you want to add these two numbers, what happens students? In addition also students, you have to first equalize the 10 raised to 3 power, and here 10 raised to 4. So we will first equalize the power here. First, how we are going to write 5.5 into 10 raised to 4. We are going to add this number 6.95 into 10 raised to 3. Now students, we are going to equalize the 10 raised to power, 10 power. So what happens? This will be, you can keep as it is. Here students, you can multiply by 10. So what happens? It will come, decimal will come here, 695, and this also will become 10 raised to 4. Correct? Now here you can take this as a common outside. So what is remaining students? 5.5 plus 0.695. Now you have taken 10 raised to 4 outside. When you add students, this it will becomes 6.245. Now 10 raised to 4 you have taken out. This is the answer. Okay students, this is very important. So in examination sometimes they ask it. Now students, second part students, we are going to see, that is precision and accuracy of measurement. What is the precision and what is accuracy in measurement? If the reading match closely, they are said to be have high precision, very close to the answer. Then we are saying that reading has high precision, that is more correct. Nearness of the measured value to the true value is called accuracy. Whatever we are measuring, that value is very near to the true value is called accuracy. The smallest quantity that can be measured is called least count. What is the least count? The smallest quantity that we are measuring. That means 0.1 centimeter, 0.2 centimeter, which are the smallest. In scale also students, 1, 2, 3, how we are going to measure. So that is the least count. Errors may be expressed as absolute or relative error. Errors students may be expressed in absolute error or relative error. What is absolute error students? Absolute error means how much error is there. So how you are going to find the absolute error? From true value, if you know, and you have got the observed value, if you subtract, you will get the absolute value error. Error, how much error is coming while you are getting the reading. So observed value, whatever reading you have got, minus true value, we will get the absolute error. Relative error students, relative error students, we are going to relate this absolute error with true value. That is called as, we are going to find out the relation absolute upon true into 100% is called as relative error. Relative deviation students, mean absolute deviation upon mean into 100% multiply with, that is called relative deviation. Absolute deviation students, how you are going to find? Observed value minus mean value, we will get the absolute deviation, observed value minus mean. So this way we have got students the relations. Now after that students, we are going to see the significant figures, rules and calculations. Now here students, we have got, what is the significant figure? When we got the reading, the significant figure in a measurement or result are the number of digits known with certainty plus one certainty digit. The significant figure is the measurement or result or the number of digits with certainty plus one uncertainty digit. Now here students, we have got some readings. Now here, which are the significant figure? Now it has, this number has total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 significant figure. This has 5 significant, which are, they are 1, 2, 7, 3, 4. Now in this reading students, total how many it has, how many significant figure? They see zeros and number, both are coming in between the numbers. So we will count all the numbers. The total 6 significant figures it has, and they are 1, 2, 0, 0, 0 and 7. Now here students, how many significant figure it has? It has, when you see students 0.005, it will have how many significant figure? This is very simple students, it has only one significant figure, that is 5. So only one significant figure, and it is 5 only. Now here also students 4 is the significant figure. It has one significant figure, and that is, it is 4. So this way students we can find out the significant figures. Okay students, these are very important students. If you like my video, please share it, subscribe it. Thank you very much.